Hey everyone, and welcome back to the X-Ring. So what we want to do is talk about what you can expect on the very first day at the Gap Grind. First off, it is probably the most beautiful venue you're ever going to shoot at.
It is one of the best complexes out in the nation.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
You guys know who this is. This is Kenneth E. with Desert Precision Gunworks, and we are shooting it together this year. So just like we did last year. Last year was our first time for it. A lot of learning went on and everything else. This year we're going to be shooting under the Zeiss brand, so we'll be shooting for Zeiss as well as Hornady. Big shout out for Hornady for helping us with the ammunition and all of that. So it's going to be a pro-am format. So basically Kenny is shooting under the amateur status, I'm shooting under the pro status, and they will check it out. Anything that's been posted on Practice Score, they're going to vet you for it. And let's say everyone thinks that Kenny's an am, but he's really a pro shooter. If they go through the Practice Score pages and see his finishes, if he finishes too high in previous matches, then they're going to do what they call classing us up, and then you're not really competing. You're doing the prize table, but you're in a special division.
Yeah, you're probably not going to allow to walk the main prize table. And I know a lot of guys watch our channels, right?
Yeah.
And they see me go on a couple of matches and stuff. Legitly, I've been building a lot of rifles, and I haven't shot any sanctioned matches for PRS, so that still qualifies me as an amateur. So I mean, that's legitly where we're at.
Correct. So if you're shooting a local match where they're not reporting to Practice Score, or if it's a smaller turnout, let's say 12, 15 shooters or whatever, that's probably, even if that gets turned in, chances are it's not going to qualify because there's not enough shooters to qualify for points. So Kenny qualified for AM, and then I'm under that pro. When we got there today, the very first thing, you're going to park. You are out in the middle of nowhere. The closest hotel is actually going to be either in Jackson, Tennessee, or possibly Parker Crossroads, which is where we're at. There's nothing any closer, and you're looking at about a 45-minute commute every morning. I highly recommend you shoot this match because it's an unbelievable format. It's a lot of fun. It is kind of challenging. You're going to shoot about 12 stages on the first day, 8 stages on the second day, for a total of 20. Now, they have a little bit of flexibility on how many you shoot on the first day, but if everything's going good and we've got great weather, it's actually going to be kind of warm down here, almost 90 degrees.
Yeah, and relatively high humidity. I mean, for me, obviously, coming out from the dry weather, we're looking at 65% or more, and it's going to be pretty fun still, regardless.
Yeah, so when we got there, the first thing you want to do is register. You go in, register, and they're going to give me an armband. And under that armband, you're going to go down to the sight-in bays. There's 2 of them. It's going to be very busy. There's going to be 20 or 30 shooters down on each bay or more. You got to remember, this draws 400 competitors from all over the country, and 200 teams is basically what you're looking at. Now, once you go down there, there's one bay that you can shoot all the way out to 900 yards, and then there's another bay that you can shoot out to 500, but it has 2 movers. Now, unfortunately, we are starting on the mover stage tomorrow, which isn't that bad. It's a good way to start, but if your timing's off first thing in the morning, you could struggle with it a little bit. Either way, once you're done with your 0, you have to be done by 3 o'clock p.m. Then what you do is go back to the registration. They're going to cut your armband off. Once they collect that armband, then you're going to get the match booklet. And the match booklet is going to have everyone on the back that is a sponsor. Big shout out to anyone that sponsored this event because it's an unbelievable event. But it has the course layout with all the stages, round counts, and yardages. Some people always ask, do you fill out your yardage cards the night before, your dope cards? And if the weather's going to be pretty much the same, you might get away with it, but sometimes it's better to do that at the stage, at the match, because environments can change during the day. I don't think it's a good idea to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. Even if, regardless if you're shooting a very quote-unquote stable cartridge, there's going to be a little bit of fluctuation. That 1/10, now we're shooting 1 MOA to 1.5 MOA as a pro. I'm about 2.5 to 2 MOA targets for me.
Yeah, so typically, we're going to shoot the same course of fire, but he will have targets that are larger. Mine are going to be smaller. As the pro, I get no feedback or anything from Kenny, but I can give him all the coaching he needs for wind calls or anything else. So it is a great format, and everybody on the squad usually helps with all the amateurs. All the pros shoot first. Once they get done, then the AMs shoot. So that's the format of it. Now, we've got some exciting news if you've stuck around this far. While we were there today, we got to see a prototype product. I'm going to talk about it more. I'm going to show you a quick glimpse of it here. I'm just going to cut away, but this is not supposed to be photographed or anything like that, but there were some out there on the line that people were seeing. And yeah, a photograph got snuck, but this is an item that is coming out from Garmin. I am going to have a full review on this when it can be released. I will tell you that it is going to kind of change the way you think about chronographs. So just be on the lookout for that. And I wish I could tell you more, but I really can't at this time. I'll show you the feet of it right here. So I actually have one. But it's a really, really neat unit, and it was flawless, wasn't it?
Yeah, so in perspective, we had, like I said, on the firing line, there was everybody out there.
Yeah,
by
20,
side,
30 shooters.
And we had a chronograph out there.
Yep,
So,
and we had it out there, and we didn't get any errant shots from other shooters. So it was actually really cool. So I will do a full review of that, but I wanted to give you guys a review of the first day. We start off tomorrow at 7 a.m.
Yep.
However, it takes an hour to drive there from the hotel, so we got to leave well before 6 because you got to get breakfast, you got to get your gear, and you need to be ready to go on the stage that you're on. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the X-Ring. So we are here in Finger, Tennessee at the K&M Gap Grind. So we're getting here first thing in the morning on Friday. It is a little after 9 a.m. Registration starts at 9. What we'll do is we'll walk you through the full process. You'll start seeing all these cars coming around. This is the largest PRS event in the world. You'll have over 400 competitors, 200 teams. I am actually going to be shooting this year like I was last year with Kenneth E. with DP Gunworks. And what we're doing is going through getting our gear. I'll probably do a gear layout, show you what we're going to do, and go from there. So it'll be a step-by-step. We are shooting for Zeiss and representing Hornady as well. So we'll be shooting under their colors this weekend, so stick around. You never know who you're going to meet at the Gap Grind, but this is none other than Kyle Lamb. You guys remember him from the Surefire event. Kyle, you shot this last year. You ready to kill it this year?
Man, they made me be a pro, and I'm not really a pro.
Yeah.
So last year I was an amateur with my Sig Cross, and it was a challenge. And now I got a real gun, so I'm ready. I don't know if I'm going to kill it or not, but we're going to make a joyful noise.
That's it. Well, guys, if you don't know who Kyle Lamb is, go check him out. American Patriot, and a heck of a good dude. Can't say enough good stuff about him. Got to spend almost a week with him last year in Tennessee, and just unbelievable gentleman. So it's good seeing you, Kyle.
Yeah, God bless America.
Thanks. Absolutely. All right, so we walked in. You've got the vendor area up here. We just registered, and that's pretty much it. All you got to do is sign the waiver, and we are actually on a transport here to go to the 1,200 yard range, but also they have a mover at 1,200.
First stop to mover, next stop is at 1,200 yards. So we got zeros at 100 yards on either one of those ranges.
Yep, so we're going to go ahead and hit that first. Like I said, we don't have a lot of practice rounds to go through, so I've got maybe 25 rounds or so, and that's about it. Otherwise, I'm just going to confirm zero.
And they got ammo here for purchase.
Yeah, they do. Go in the broke house.
You can see that light.
I think you may have it. I'm sorry.
That's it. Just wanted to give you an update on the first day of the Gap Grind. Hopefully we can shoot well tomorrow. We've got a couple gimpies here. He's got a bad knee right now. I'm still recovering from my heart attack, and everything's good. I will tell you, it is very, very rocky with some very large stone.
Yeah.
Last year was kind of difficult for us because we tried to carry so much gear,
Yes.
and we didn't take a cart.
No. The guys that have took a cart took solid wheels. Now, when you talk about rocky, these are very big ballasts, and without pneumatic tires, you're going to struggle. You're really going to that cart's going to become a shovel.
You want pneumatic tires.
Yeah, you want big pneumatic tires. It may look silly, but honestly, it's a game changer. It's a saver for you. You can carry all your gear, and you really don't have to worry about it. Not to mention, 12 stages. We're going to get parched out there. We're going to run out of water. We've
Correct.
got 400 people. They do have water stations out there, but last year there was stations out of water. So I say bring your snacks, bring your water, keep hydrated.
Yep.
These are things that obviously keeps everybody safe too.
Yeah, so for us, what we did is we've got a big pull cart with pneumatic tires. We're just going to dump everything in there,
Yep.
cooler, all of that. One can pull, one can push, because there are some hills here where you've got to get up some steep areas. but not having to carry, you know, a 20+ pound rifle on your bag with your sandbag, you know, your medium game changer, it all adds up. And next thing you know, you're humping around 45 pounds or so throughout the entire day. And I think last year, the first day was about 10 or 11 hours, right?
Yeah, it was a long, grueling day. Everybody was starving. We didn't get our lunch about 1 o'clock, I believe.
Yeah, it was late.
Yeah, it was late. Yeah, I'd say that this is going to be a big game changer and help us out.
Yep. So we're glad we brought it, but we guys hope you have a good night. We'll come back at you tomorrow. You guys take care. Have a good one, and we'll report back tomorrow. See ya.